I'm meteorologist Justin Storm with your stormy weather update here as another large-scale storm system forecasted about 6 weeks ago, impacting areas of the country again. I forecasted this storm in a video right here, watching out for the 18th of March and as well as the 28th, as we got a few more storms rolling our way. Now, I do have some big changes in the forecast for areas of Minnesota, as it does look like the precip is going to be getting shut off on a much tighter gradient than originally thought of, and as well shifting a bit further to the east. Here is what we'll be watching for 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, the 19th, not the 18th here. So this is a little bit of a typo there. We'll watch for is snow to be building in across the Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa border, and then starting to pass into areas of southern Minnesota. This is going to continue to work its way to the northeast as we head throughout the morning, and those winds also going to be picking up as well. You really notice some out of the north for the most part, but look at those wind gusts in a 60 to 70 mile per hour range, ripping out of Nebraska and into Iowa. That's this area right here where that heaviest snow is going to be ongoing through the morning. This is going to be impossible to drive through, so don't even try to do it because you're not going to be able to see a thing. Now, going further into the morning and now into the afternoon, that snow does look like it's going to start thinning out a little bit. It's still falling, but the width you can see here is starting to narrow up. We're going to start mixing in with some sleet, some rain showers, wintry mixes as it builds into southern Minnesota. But look at the further southerly and easterly shift in this storm as that precip really shuts off through areas of southern Minnesota, and that's going to really change the forecast for areas of the Twin Cities and Mankato, New Ulm, Minnesota as well. Going to be seeing basically just wind out of this, maybe a few sprinkles or a flurry or a wintry mix, but that accumulating snow is going to remain down to the south. And as we head later into the evening hour, about 6 o'clock, most of that's going to be winding down, and by the overnight hours this is all out of here, but it is going to remain fairly windy. You can still see those wind gusts in about a 40 to 65 mile per hour range, if not a bit stronger. So even after the snow shuts down, if the snow isn't too wet to blow around, there will be blowing and drifting snow. In terms of how much snow is going to fall, well, that really took that southerly shift, knocking off snow in Minnesota for the most part. But this is looking like a very impressive storm system. Keep in mind, in some areas, the ground is not quite frozen, or at least the top layer is not frozen, and we're likely going to see some compaction from it being wet and heavy snow, as well as from some melting. So even though there may be a foot of snow that fall in areas or close to 10 inches, there's a possibility that that could come closer to these amounts after you get a little melting and compaction before things really freeze up. So that's what things are looking like. And zoom up into our area and see what things are going to be looking like as we head into our Wednesday across North Dakota and the northern 2/3 of Minnesota. So you can see portions of that storm down into southeastern Minnesota and Wisconsin. For the most part, it's just going to be windy across the rest of the state. We're just going to see those northerly winds gusting over 40 miles an hour, and then those winds will start to lighten up now as we head into your Wednesday night. And Thursday, looking like a very nice day. It should be dry for most locations. You can see a few showers off into western North Dakota that will come with an increase of clouds throughout the day, but most of the day is going to be dry across the whole region, and we'll just see a lot of sunshine, but a slow increase of clouds throughout the day. It is going to be nice and warm as we head into your Wednesday, figuratively, of course. We're in the mid-30s to lower 40s for most locations, and as we continue into our week on Thursday, another nice one out there. Look at that. We're looking at temperatures back in the 50s for Thursday afternoon, and even into our Friday and into the weekend, it's going to remain fairly nice. As I mentioned, there was a chance that we were going to be watching another storm system around Sunday, or weather system maybe I should say, and let's head up and see what our temperatures are ahead of that. So we're going to cool things down a bit on your Friday on the backside of that low that comes through. So we're going to see 20s reemerging, but a lot of 30s and 40s out there still for Friday afternoon. Saturday, we're warming back into the 40s and 50s across much of our region, and into your Sunday, it is going to be a bit cooler as we see our next chance for a rain-snow combination. Let's take a look at that right now. And this is going to be heading our way on Saturday evening, starting off as some scattered rain showers out in western North Dakota. Overnight, that is going to mix in with some snow, and into your morning hours on Sunday, we'll see a little bit of that mixing in with some snow and pockets of a wintry mix. So this could produce a few slippery areas as well as a little bit of blowing snow while that snow is falling. It's too far out to really get a great handle on how much snow is going to fall out of it or how much is going to be rain or a combination. But right now, this is what model is suggesting may happen, with very sporadic pockets of snow and as well some sporadic pockets where we could see a little bit of ice or some sleet. So things we'll keep an eye on. Too far out to really have a great handle on what it's going to do. Just more or less a heads up is that there could be a little bit of minor impactful weather as we head towards our weekend, but up until then, it is going to be on the increase in temperatures, and we're just going to be a little breezy as we head in towards the end of the week and the weekend. We'll see those winds returning on Friday, and even on the end of the day of Saturday and into Sunday, it is going to be turning windy again. So that's what I got for you now. We'll cut the video. If you got any questions, let me know down in the comments.